Right, we're back in another episode of Photographer, and for this episode, Brother X is nice enough to lend me his very own Nikon AFS Micro Nikkor 40mm f2.8G macro. Ayan.
What's the brand again?
Nikon.
Photographers, 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 photographers.
So this is actually the first time I'll be trying this lens, and I'm pretty excited because it's a micro lens, meaning it shoots close.
It's
like
true
this.
macro.
Yes, we will macro his face. Brother X here, check out his page.
XLTV, X
Yeah.
Lahora on
Yes.
YouTube.
Check out his page, and we'll be shooting some of his. I think he brought along his Gundam, like Gunpla.
Gunpla and some Legos.
Yes. We'll be shooting it macro style using this lens. So again, I'm pretty excited, bro, because this is the first time I'll be trying this lens. Thank you so much. So Nikon, my favorite Nikon 35mm lens. You can go pack your set muna. So, first thing I noticed about this lens is it's pretty plasticky. The good thing about this, although it's plasticky, it feels well built.
It feels solid.
Since it's not a zoom lens, then you don't have too many moving elements in it. It's a macro lens. That means you can shoot pretty close to things. Like Brother X here is into toy photography, or what they call that, miniature.
Miniature, it's toy photography or still life, something like that.
Yeah, he's into those. If you would check out his channel, it's more on building this miniature gunpla, right?
Yes, Gunpla, plastic
And
model.
he has a lot of toys. As I was saying, the first thing you notice about this lens is it's quite light.
Have you done the wind tunnel test or the sniff test?
Sniff test. Cannot remove the mask. Snip through the mask like this. Smells like plastic. So the thing is, I don't want to be thinking about my settings right now. You may hate me on this, but I'm just gonna put it in aperture priority mode. I don't want to be talking about. I just want to point at it and shoot with it.
Yeah, that's what I always use as well. I'm always using aperture priority, and the lens is also set on auto as well, autofocus mode.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's a bokeh-licious lens.
Yeah, well, the thing with micro lens, since you're shooting very close to the camera, you can actually achieve bokeh even if you're using it at f8.
Yes.
That's let me show you. I'm gonna put the camera in f8 and just shoot like this. You can still get bokeh since you are very close to your subject. So that's one thing I love about shooting macro. And let's try this close. You can get bokeh, and if I may say, oh my god, I love the sharpness in this lens, man. Look
Yes,
at that.
it's very sharp. The reason why I got that lens is because almost all of my Nikon lenses are prime. So I have the 35 and I have the 50 1.8G. And then me as a toy photographer and also wants to shoot products and food, I was thinking of really getting a macro lens, and of course me wanting to use prime lens, so I got the 40mm instead.
Even this far, if you would look at this next photo, even this distance, you can see that the toy next to this subject where I got my focus in, this guy's here, the toy behind him is almost blurred na. See? So you can really play around with your depth of field with this lens, and it really focuses fast for something that this close. Okay, as I've said, this is the first time that I've used a macro lens. So let's see this guy here. Let's get a solo shot of him. Yeah, oh my god, that's beautiful, man. I'm loving this lens. And as we said, no, this is pretty cheap, this lens.
It's one of the most affordable macro lenses for Nikon.
And one thing, for its price, it's a native lens, meaning it will really work well with your Nikon cameras.
Yes. By the way, this is a DX lens, so this is built for crop sensor
Yeah.
or APS-C cameras.
I'm really enjoying this lens right now. And as I was saying, this is the first time that I'm using this. And right now, Kuya Mon, why are you shooting like that? I'm using the touchscreen of my D7500. So it's really working well. It's really focusing fast because, you know, Nikon D7500 with the Nikon
Nikon D7500 with a Nikon AFS Micro Nikon lens.
Nikon. But honestly, this is the first time that I'm using this lens, and look at that. See how sharp it is. And you can get this close to it, I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
Yeah, you can still get closer.
Closer I get to you. Oh my god. That's pretty close. So let's see how close we can get to a subject with this lens. And adjust side mullet. So this is the closest focusing distance with this camera. It's pretty close. See? That close, and that was like what? That's 163 meters. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Oh my god, that's so close. It's so sharp, man. Look at the details in it. I can see the grooves in the plastic and everything. It focuses really fast, and look at that. It comes with this plastic lens hood when you buy it. Oh, that's cool.
So let's try it with something
Yeah, something with more
details.
something with more texture.
So this is a Gundam by Bandai.
If you're wondering right now, Kuya Mon, what's your settings? Everything is just in aperture priority mode. I'm letting it choose everything because the thing with this lens, changing its focus, it's also basically changing aperture. Am I right?
Yes, it's also changing aperture.
This is it's usually with my kit lenses and variable aperture lens. The aperture changing when you're zooming in and zooming out. If you're using variable zoom lenses, right?
Yes.
This is the first time that I'm able to use a lens that changes aperture while focusing, so that's something weird for me. Since we have a very capable camera here, I'm just putting it in aperture priority mode, and you know, just letting it choose whatever. Just put my ISO in 2000, so we'll see. We got this guy here, pretty texture. So again, let's see at the closest focusing distance because, oh my god, that is close. I can't even get the whole face with how close I can get to it. See how close I can. So this is basically a portrait of the Gundam. Again, for its price, I'm really enjoying it. Whole shot of the toy here. Oh, that is cool. That is sharp, man. Look at that.
Yes. Very, very bokeh-licious lens.
Let's try if it'll bokeh. So if you shoot some, you know, this far, probably will. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Actually, for this episode, we were supposed to compare this to the macro extension tube that I've been using, and it's kind of hard because that thing, well, it's cheap. It's a cheaper alternative, but that thing doesn't autofocus. This one does. And it focuses so well, it actually surprised me that a macro lens who can focus this well, can autofocus this well. The macro extension tube, it's not even that sharp, doesn't shoot that sharp. Whatever, I've tried every lens on the macro extension tube. It's not that sharp. I can achieve it through editing, but there's something else. And the bokeh is so perfect in this lens. Well, for me, for my taste, I think it's so good.
Change your mind. You're gonna now shoot with macro lens.
I might shoot.
Yes, this is an all-around, a very, very good all-around lens for me. I can use it for street photography. I can use it for product, food, toys. all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it can also shoot far. See?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it can shoot right. Yeah, it's really sharp. I mean, I'm just using flat, the standard coloring here of Nikon. And okay, let's try more detail shot. I'm getting pretty excited about this lens here. Oh, look at that, the arm. The robot's arm. Oh, that's beautiful. All in all, this is a good lens. For its price, I think it's well built, although it's plasticky, but again, for its price, it's very cool. And I think I'm gonna borrow this for a year. Just kidding, just kidding. Can't do that. Okay, let's try it with a deeper aperture. In a correct setting, you're supposed to do this with a tripod, but, you know, too lazy. Too lazy for that, so I'm just using the table to stabilize things. And as I was saying, so look at this shot. This is in f8. If you would notice, the other Gundam is just right, almost beside the this guy in the front. But if you would notice, it's almost in bokeh. Look at that. It's so cool. It's perfect. And now this lens is mine. Bye. So again, I'd like to thank X for giving me this lens. This is now mine officially, because Nikon won't give me any lens. He gave me a lens. So thank you, bro. Bye-bye. What?
Photographers, 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 photographers.